Hello everyone, I am N. Nandakumar Karta here. Welcome to You Speak, I Speak 2. At the outset, please be informed that You Speak, I Speak is an online tutorial envision the edification of youths, entrepreneurs, business executives, startups and job seekers on the significance of identifying the core areas and how that can be applied in any given situation with a learning of all about quality management. As a matter of fact, it is the quality management skills in you that makes you a specialist. You may know all activities of a specialist will be standardized sequentially. In the process, they get their assigned jobs without an error at the first time itself. In turn, the organization benefits in terms of wasteful expenditure, reducing deviation from expected result, reduce rework. It saves a lot of money and enhances their customer satisfaction. Irrespective of your chosen profession, if you can get things done just in time, then you are a specialist. Therefore, in this digital world, only the specialist is in demand. Companies highlight involvement of specialists in their advertising and website to win customer loyalty. It may be noted that even an 8th standard student can become a specialist. You Speak, I Speak believes in helping you with something of everything and everything of something. Meaning, you will learn everything of quality management and most significant ISO standards, an overview of several business contexts. Please be informed that You Speak, I Speak covers all the benefits of quality management in 4 video series, which includes why you need quality management system, 2. how quality management can help in your career development, number 3. how quality management can influence your intelligence, and 4. the rising sun. Thereafter, we go to the subject. How quality management can help you in your career development. In this video, we discuss about 3 most complex organizations. Learning about various business contexts help you to identify opportunities where your inherited abilities and learned knowledge is welcomed. Please refer to my previous video that I have mentioned about a most simple business model. Please bear in mind that specialist in any professional study is in demand across the world. Now let us broadly classify various professional streams. I have given here 10. First one is pure science, 2 engineering and technology, 3 medical, 4 hospitality, 5 trading and logistics, 6 fine arts, 7 performing arts, 8 athletes, 9 sports and games, 10 language proficiency. There are umpteen number of short and long term courses available for you to choose in line with your aptitude. Remember that all courses offered in this world are equally important in the global market. Suppose you are an artist, there is fine arts courses available. Nevertheless, irrespective of your chosen field, you are required to become a specialist. To become a specialist, you need a ladder to hold on for your career development. The 5 quality components mentioned below forms a ladder for you. First one is hard skills. It refers to your chosen profession and your depth of knowledge about your chosen profession. Number 2 is communication skill, which you can term it as a right handle of your ladder. The quality management skills is your ladder which helps you to climb up in your career. Fourth one is soft skills. You can term it as a left handle of your ladder. And finally, thorough knowledge of business context, which gives you opportunity to fit into various organization or various business context. You Speak, I Speak will be uploading tutorials on all these areas. Let's know what is hard skill all about. Hard skill refers to your chosen profession. People use their skills in amateur way or take up as a serious study on the chosen field to become a professional. Quality management is your ladder to become a professional. QMS will help you develop your hard skills in its minute detail. Communication skills. The communication skill is your ability to describe your activities concerning various value-adding business contexts. Your communication skill can be referred as a right handle of your ladder of career development. Soft skills. The soft skills are the means to develop your personality traits such as leadership, team management, creativity skill, decision making, problem solving, so on and so forth. Your soft skills may be referred as the left handle of your career progression. The quality management skill is a skill to be acquired to get things done at the first attempt itself, just in time. The quality management is purely a management function. It is a method to minimize deviation from the expected result and reduce rework. Quality management of an organization is a strategic decision of the organization. All ISO standards are guidelines to get your attention to all quality components associated with the business context and its influence on the smooth running of the business. It helps the organization identify the probable risk and identify opportunities for value addition. It is a means for determining the needs and expectations of the customer, plan the operations, execute and deliver to the entire satisfaction of the customers. Further, quality management ensures compliance to statutory rules and regulations. Knowledge of business context. Your world of opportunity opens up from information about various business contexts sustaining in this world. You will be learning 100 plus business contexts from You Speak, I Speak video series. In this video, 3 complex business contexts are described. After listening to this video, you will find that how simple to understand a business context. Further, it provides a spark in you to identify space for your chosen field to fit into any type of organization. Remember, appropriate information on your fingertips is the key that opens opportunities. Needless to mention that none can become a professional or a specialist without adopting these 4 quality components. The relationship of quality management in all professional streams. You must have heard the proverb, plan to work and work to the plan. The quality management is completed in 3 stages in any field of activity. They are planning management, operation management, or project management, and lastly, process flow management. All these stages are independent and interdependent based on the professional business context. You will learn in detail one by one in separate videos uploaded in You Speak, I Speak over a period of time. Okay, now let us know how simple to understand a complex business context. Any disorder in the organizational activities, if unidentified, lead to huge money loss, time and rework. You are about to learn how critical it is to keep your quality management in order. It is obvious to all of you that the most complex organization is that of a healthy human body and mind. The mental stress affects the body, vis-a-vis the body pain affects the mind. As a result, we have specialists to treat various bodily functions and mind. Remember about the huge hospital expenses you are to incur for a disorder. The human body is mainly composed of trillion cells, which are considered as the fundamental units of life. Similarly, large organizations too have several fundamental units of quality. Such organizations employs thousands of people and technology appropriate to each discipline. Any business context that is so large becomes highly complex and requires close monitoring of each of its functions. Here, involvement of technology and specialists are required to satisfy the needs and expectations from the discipline. In this section, I am comparing a business organization with a human body such that you get an overview about functions and activities in an organization. Please note, this exercise is purely on management perspective, nothing technical about it. Comparing your business operations with human body help you to mind map your organizational function based on its merits. For example, the brain of your organization is your top management. YouSpeak, iSpeak will be uploading a separate video on quality management and organization's functional relationships. Now just understand about human body and business opportunity associated with human body. First, let us start with understanding human body. There are 5 levels of human body. 1. Cells, 2. Tissues, 3. Organs, 4. Organ systems, and 5. Organism. The organism level is the highest level of the organization. An organism is a living being that has a cellular structure and that can independently perform all physiologic functions necessary for life. When you think in terms of a large organization, the structure of the organizations are planned mostly at 5-level hierarchy. In this case, top management is the highest level of the organization. To be some more precise, in an organization, that's a large organization, you have a governing board, then you have managing director and directors, then you have senior managers, then you have middle managers, and then you have the lower level workers. A human body is mainly composed of trillion cells, which are considered as the fundamental unit of life. The group of similar cells with similar functions forms a tissue. These tissues combine together to form organs and form an organ system, which finally gives rise to an individual. In a human body, there are 78 organs. Within a business organization, grouping is carried out to form a specialist function, otherwise called as discipline. An organ is made up of the same type of tissues, which are well organized to perform specific functions in all living things, including plants, animals, birds, insects, reptiles, mammals, and humans. Similarly, a business organization is comprised of many disciplines, which shall be well organized to perform a specialist function. Organs collectively form organ systems. These organs are macroscopic in structure. The brain, the heart, the lungs, liver, kidneys are few examples of organs. In a business context, we call as a collective functions of various disciplines, rather quality management system, in order to achieve the desired quality product or service. Depending on the scope and business context, the technical disciplines vary from one organization to another. Nevertheless, all technical and managerial functions are managed with process approach. As mentioned earlier, there are 78 main organs within the human body. These organs work in coordination to give rise to several organ systems. Among these 78 organs, 5 organs are considered as vital for survival. These include the heart, brain, kidney, liver, and lungs. If any of these 5 organs stop functioning even for a few seconds, death will result without any medical intervention. Therefore, it is always advised by the doctors to keep your system healthy, maintain a balanced diet, adequate sleep, regular physical activities, and focus on healthy lifestyle changes. To understand quality management, think just once about your human body. To remain healthy, all organs has to function within a given limit. Any disorder anywhere in the body needs immediate medication or surgery. Precisely, it is the intention of a quality management. Quality management helps you to rectify any disorder in all its activities so that health of the organization is maintained, ensuring its sustenance and profits, and further opens new opportunity for expansion. Let's now look at the various disciplines that has significant control over an organization to be healthy, profitable, and sustainable. In this context, if any of the disciplinary failure can damage an organization, the determination of a quality management system is based on size and number of simple and complex activities undertaken within the organization. They are classified in 5 levels. ISO 9004 2015. However, for any type of organization, its profitability and sustenance depends on these 14 functional areas, starting with quality management, risk management, costing, resource management, environmental management, statutory rules and regulations, procurement and logistics, cash flow and disbursement, occupational health, safety and fire safety, inventory control, communication, documentation, change control, and pricing. Let's look at the business context associated with human body and its quality management. Business scope derives from the body and mind. Human body associated business is pharmaceuticals, surgical equipments, medical devices, physiotherapy devices, hospitals, clinical laboratories, clinical imaging, food, nutrients, psychiatry, alternate medicines, so on and so forth. We go to the second organization context. In this session, let's have an overview of oil and gas. Millions of people get their living from their organizational context. You Speak, I Speak will be uploading a video on oil and gas on its management perspectives. Here you will learn about the several business contexts in oil and gas and help you guess the requirement of specialist jobs associated with this industry. Petroleum is a naturally occurring liquid found in the rocks formations. It consists of complex mixture of hydrocarbons of various molecular weights plus other organic compounds. Handling oil and gas is a complex operation as it is inflammable. Therefore, innumerable quality components are required to be addressed. Petroleum in an unrefined state has been utilized by humans for over 5,000 years to keep fires ablaze and in warfare. Over a period of 5,000 years, it has become a multi-billion business proposition. The multi-billion petroleum industry is divided into 5 sectors. Upstream. It includes exploration, development and production of crude oil or natural gas. Downstream. This deals with oil tankers, refineries, retailers and consumers. Number 3 is pipeline. 4 is marine. 5 is service and supply. Let us know what upstream is about. The upstream sector includes searching for potential underground or underwater crude oil and natural gas fields, drilling exploratory wells, and subsequently drilling and operating the wells that recover and bring the crude oil or raw natural gas to the surface. Let us know various business contexts from upstream. This categorization comes from the value chain concepts, even before formal development of value chain management. Note, value chain concepts falls under quality management. One is independent oil and gas company, a company that is either upstream or downstream operations, but definitely not both. Oil service company, a company that provides products or services to the oil and gas industry, usually a combination of labor, equipments and other support services. Then you have oil equipment manufacturer, a company that specializes in the sale and distribution of equipment to the oil and gas industry. Then you have security. Many major security companies take part in the securing the industry. There are other services which is very significant, like software companies providing necessary IT services for easy execution in the oil field. The midstream sector involves a transportation by pipeline, rail, barge, oil tanker or truck. Then you require storage facility and wholesale marketing of crude or refined petroleum products. Pipelines and other transport systems can be used to move crude oil from production sites to refineries and deliver the various refined products to downstream distributors. The midstream operations are often taken to include some elements of the upstream and downstream sectors. For example, the midstream sector may include natural gas processing plants that purify the raw natural gas as well as removing and producing elemental sulfur and natural gas liquids as finished end products. The business context in midstream. There you have service providers, barge companies, railroad companies, trucking and hauling companies, pipeline transport companies, logistics and technology companies, transloading companies, terminal developers and operators. Midstream ISO standard referred is ISO 20815. The downstream sector is the refining of petroleum crude oil and the processing and purifying of raw material gas, as well as the marketing and distribution of products derived from crude oil and natural gas. The downstream sector reaches consumers through products such as gasoline or petrol, kerosene, jet fuel, diesel oil, heating oil, fuel oils, lubricants, waxes, asphalt, natural gas and liquefied petroleum gas, as well as hundreds of petrochemicals. The downstream sector is the refining of petroleum crude oil and the processing and purifying of raw material gas, as well as the marketing and distribution of products derived from crude oil and natural gas. The downstream sector reaches consumers through products such as gasoline or petrol, kerosene, jet fuel, diesel oil, heating oil, fuel oils, lubricants, waxes, asphalt, natural gas and liquefied petroleum gas, as well as hundreds of petrochemicals. The midstream operations are often included in the downstream category and are considered to be a part of the downstream sector. Byproduct of sulfur. Crude oil is a mixture of many varieties of hydrocarbons and most usually have many sulfur containing compounds. The oil refining process commonly includes hydrosulfurization, which converts most of that sulfur into gaseous hydrogen sulfide. Raw natural gas also may contain gaseous hydrogen sulfide and sulfur containing mercaptans, which are removed in oil gas processing plants before the gas is distributed to the consumers. Here also, the ISO standard is ISO 20815. The business context in downstream. Mostly in petroleum industry associated with post-production activities. Coal bed methane, extraction of petroleum, hydrocarbon exploration, midstream, natural gas condensate, natural gas field, natural gas processing, petroleum, oil production plant, oil refinery, oil well, upstream. Complex organization 3. Information technology. My friends, this section is included for you to understand the step-by-step and entire process of development of software. Similar stages are required in any large organizations, medium scale organization or small scale organization, depending on the size. Okay, so let us go one by one the stages in which the entire quality management system carried out in any business. But here I am just speaking about the phases of information engineering. Okay, it starts with strategic business planning. Mind you, strategic managers are very highly paid across the globe. Business objectives that executives set for what is to come are characterized in key business plans, with their more noteworthy definitions in tactical business plans and implementation in operational business plans. Most business today recognize the fundamental need to grow a business plan that follows this strategy. We will discuss about strategic management during our discussion on the subject. Next one is data modeling. The ideal basis for data models is to be based on the directions made by the management for the future of the business. This is what ISO 2015 says. These directions are defined within business plans. Data models can provide a clear insight into future business needs when business plans become unavailable or out of date. Data models can be developed from any statement of a policy, goal, objective, or strategy for a business and its needs. From this video, I must tell you that during the discussion on the subject, you will know what a policy is about, how to go set a goal, what are the quality objectives, or how the strategies has to be done based on the business context of any type. Then comes process modeling, which is similar to a data modeling in the sense that it is taking a broad look at the processes a business has required outlined by its business plan. Then system design and implementation. The fourth and the last phase of information engineering is the systems design and implementation. Now we go to information technology engineering topics. Comes with information strategy planning, the fundamental objectives of information strategy planning called ISP is to develop a plan for implementing business systems to support business needs. The next phase is the outlined business area analysis. For each development project, business analyst defines the business processes and data potentially required in the new system. These are modeled using process decomposition of diagrams, process dependency diagrams, and entity relationship models. The next one is detailed business area analysis. The purpose of DBAA phase is to provide detailed models as solid base for a system design. Business system design. The purpose of business system design is to specify all aspects of a system that are relevant to its users in preparation for the technical design, construction, and installation of one or more closely related databases and systems. Then you have technical design. A technical design project prepares an implementation area for construction and installation. Then you have construction. The objective of the construction stage is to produce a system as defined in the technical specification on time and within budget. Then you have transition. Transition is defined as the period during which newly developed procedures gradually replaces or are interface with the existing procedures. There is another section in information technology that's called business driven variant of ITE for rapid delivery. There the stages are strategy analysis, strategic modeling, tactical and operational modeling. In these stages, you have activity modeling, process modeling. Some techniques that are used during ITE project are entity analysis. Next stage is function analysis and process dependency. Then you have process logic analysis. Then you have entity type lifecycle analysis, matrix cross-checking. The next stage is normalization. Then comes cluster analysis. Then comes data flow and data analysis. Then comes matrix cross-checking. My friends, please understand the most important of all functions to manage an organization is information. Information related to the business should be accurate. When you are sure that you have gathered all information, the next obvious step is grouping. The method used for grouping of information is called ABC classification. Once you have the information, you do a risk-based thinking, which enables an organization to determine the factors that could cause its processes and its quality management system to deviate from the planned results, to put in place preventive controls, to minimize negative effects, and to maximum use of opportunities as they arise. Let's conclude with what ISO 9001:2015 has to say in its introductory messages. It is not the intent of these international standards to imply the need for uniformity in the structure of different quality management systems, alignment of documentation to the clause structure of this international standard, the use of the specific terminology of this international standard within the organization, the quality management system requirements specified in this international standard are complementary to the requirement for products and services. Friends, I am signing off for the time being. We meet again with a new subject, quality management and intelligence. Thank you so much for listening to this video. God bless you.